I'm horrified. And we're back to our daily segment of Michelle Obama's terrible, terrible life. Boo effing who.
People line up for my advice. Mm-hmm. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like, I've written books. I've given speeches.
Why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize? Not just us, but like the Harvards and the MITs of the world. Look how they lionized Epstein, not to mention the Bill Clintons. Why don't we choose...
Yes, someone responding to this video, this level of blind and narcissistic attitude has raveled through the entire Democratic leadership, created by their need to feel important when actually accomplish nothing, nor holding any true intelligence. It's fantasy for fools. Someone responded to this video. I don't know if you've seen it. A lot of people are reacting to this whole podcast. Michelle Obama sat down with this lady. I don't know. They call her Amy. Is it Pochla or Poyla? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it rightly. She's talking about how she talks to the kid and how they keep her humble, things like that. She said some ridiculous things. Megyn Kelly pick up. It is important. I show you, like I've been doing, I pick up segment like this to show you the important videos so you don't watch the whole podcast.
And we're back to our daily segment of Michelle Obama's terrible, terrible life. Boo effing who. She went on a podcast called Diary of a CEO. It's kind of rings a bell like a founder kind of situation. And once again, wants you to know how awful it is to be married with children.
There are just many natural reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like I try to tell couples, of course it's hard. Just listen to what I said, right? Like it's probably, if you're having some issues in your marriage, it's not you, it's the process of marriage. It's just all hard because guess what happens when it all works out right? You know what you end up with? Babies. Little people with their own sense of everything. They mess you up. You love them dearly, but they're a hassle.
What? I mean, there's something wrong with this person. Like, she's seriously depressed. She has the most negative, dark outlook on life I've ever heard from a public figure, certainly one who's been given so much. Okay, her window into motherhood and having a child, the first thing she says, they mess you up. They mess you up. Maybe that's what happened to her. Maybe she was totally delightful before the two daughters came along. I don't know. She clearly is not enjoying motherhood and enjoying being in a marriage. Even less. It's not you if things get hard. It's all hard. It's all hard. This is so backward. I have news for you. I've been married twice, and I get along with my...
Yes. Have you noticed something? Since Michelle Obama started this whole podcast, every time she liked to complain. Everything. Oh, the staying in the White House is expensive, or now complaining about children like they mess you up. This has triggered a lot of people. People asking questions like, why must she do this every single time? How can your children mess you up? That is a question that passed through my mind when I watched this whole segment. And I was glad that Megyn Kelly picked this up. She actually reacted to it in a way that I like, without really insulting.
I've been married twice, and I get along with my ex-husband. But I can tell you that in my marriage to Doug, which is now in year 18, it's not hard at all. It's totally delightful. If you marry the right person, and by the way, my ex-husband is happily married now too. If you marry the right person, it's not hard. You don't talk about it this way. It's not to say you never have a hard spot, but she talks about like the whole institution is a nightmare. Poor Michelle Obama. And then you have the babies and they mess you up. They F up a mother. I mean, this woman needs an intervention. She needs our help. Okay, and that's not all. She can't make fun of herself. This has been obvious for years. She's incapable of laughing at her own expense, which is an absolutely dreadful quality in a person. Like, I don't think I could hire a person who works for me who doesn't have that ability. I think it's a sign of intelligence when you can. And it's definitely a sign that you have a strong id. Like you know who you are, and you cannot be easily moved off of that by detractors or anyone else. You have a strong moral core. She doesn't have it. That's why she's so thin-skinned. That's why she hates America. That's why she's obsessed with us being a racist country. Hates America. That's my opinion. Seems clear based on her many statements. It makes perfect sense because she doesn't believe in herself. She's got absolutely no self-confidence. That's why she called her book Becoming. Nobody with actual self-confidence would have to tell us how becoming she is. Like, it's not what you do. And so here's a second soundbite. This one is from Amy Poehler's podcast just a couple of days ago, May 13th, on the rules between Michelle and Barack and also brother Craig.
What I like about you and what I feel like is your family is like teasing is your love language.
Oh, for sure.
Same.
For sure.
Can you explain how important it is to be able to tease people that you love?
Oh, my God. This is funny because both Barack and Craig will say that I don't let them tease me. See, we have a deal, Barack and I, in our marriage, and it started very early. It's like, I can tease you, but you cannot tease me. You know, so when he does, I was like,
It's not funny.
wait a minute. What's going on here? And he's like, I'm teasing you, right? And I was like, none of that.
Because he likes to tease.
Oh, my God, yeah. But when me, Malia, and Sasha all of us are together, he doesn't stand a chance. We mercilessly go after him.
I believe that. I have no doubt you do, because you do it publicly whenever you can. When was the last time you said anything kind about him? Like, it's a 99-to-1 ratio in your public comments. So that's their rule. She and her daughters can tease him mercilessly, and he is not allowed to say anything about becoming over there. And actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in the White House.
When you walk through a storm, keep your head held high.
Big debate going on in my comments right now about Barack Obama.
Yes, if you've been following me for some time, you realize I always respect people the way they are. I've been watching a lot of people on my comment section, especially when I react to videos like this when it concerns Michelle. Someone told me, oh, I should not call her, I don't always like to believe in that. I just want to report the news so you can get. The main reason I decided to react to this video is the fact that she was talking all this way. That has been a thing that I've noticed. Complaints, either that, either this. That has been the issue with me. I posted this video the other day. If you never saw that, take a look at the whole clip.
Big debate going on in my comments right now about Barack Obama. A lot of people think that Obama is the one that started the foolishness that we're experiencing right now, and he perpetuated race relations to the level that it is today. The ones who think that he didn't do anything but get elected as a black man, of course, are the liberals and the victim mentality people. And I'm here to tell you that the reality of the matter is he did cause racial division in the United States. Barack Obama is somebody who's well off. He grew up well off. He grew up in a great family. He is the cousin of Dick Cheney. Barack Obama did not experience any of the hardships of what black Americans in the ghetto may or may not have experienced. So after the death of Trayvon Martin, for him to get his privileged ass up there and say the things that he said, instead of being realistic and following the statistical facts, he caused racial division. He validated white supremacy, which is not a problem in the United States. That is a Democrat talking point, which is a boogeyman, meaning it's a mythical monster that doesn't exist, but people still fear it. Then he went on to lie about the interactions between the police and the black community, deciding instead of sticking to the reality of the true interactions between black men and the police, he decided to go the way of the propaganda. What he did was empowered a lot of uneducated, ignorant people to do what we have seen uneducated people doing since his presidency. You understand? The cruise ships, the Austin Metcalf debacle, you name it, the summer of burning down cities, the peaceful protests, all that shit like that. Obama was the beginning of that.
Yes, you might be wondering why I decided to attach this clip with this Megyn Kelly video. It is simply because the video is centered around them, Michelle and Obama. When you take a look at what is happening now, we have been talking about this for about 2 weeks now. These issues, racial issues happening. A lot of people often point fingers to Obama. And when I look deep into all that, though I'm not fond of it, pointing fingers at people, these people instigated some of these issues.
Expensive to live in the White House. There's many.
Thank you guys for always been sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. I'm grateful every single time when I see your comment and like shares. It makes me motivate me to create more videos like I do daily.
What did you make of Donald Trump's post this morning alleging that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, this guy, all the deals, but he still has time for this. You gotta love it. Since I said I hate, she's no longer hot.
I don't want to make the video long. I will end here.
Justice will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. Because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor.
Bedroom, because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything, and then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Killmonger.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very.
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does every year. This Carmelo Anthony case.
To live in the White House. Many people
like little unhinged drunk.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.